What's up, guys? It's Migs with the market open recap. Kind of sad, but I'm up $20 on the day. I missed my main candidate, ACIA, and I didn't chase it. No fear of missing out, no FOMO, and I waited for the pullback. I got it, and I've been waiting for it to break down under 26, and it's been making lower highs, but kind of got tired of it. The market's going sideways, and I don't really trust it. So I don't want to say, oh, I could have lost less than I should have made more. I would rather say I could have made more than I should have lost less. So in that instance, I'll just be happy with being flat, enough to cover commissions, no big deal. A kickoff on earnings. Netflix is reporting earnings later on today. And yeah, we got a bunch of companies up on the watch list again. And let's go through the trades I took this morning. So the first trade I took this morning was on KHC, which I believe is Heinz. Let's see here. I actually got kicked out of this thing twice. So the crappy part is that I actually ended up taking Heinz over ACIA. ACIA actually plummeted like 3 points right after, and I was short on KHC. I should have paid more attention to my main candidate because there's a better daily on ACIA and it has more room to fall. So let's see here. First trade I took was right here at 932. I got triggered right at 59.93. So my entry on this was it pulled up, second candle right here, right under 60. Let's see here. Actually, it should have been right under 60, but I got filled right at 59.93. This candle must have been moving pretty quick. Yeah, so of course I got filled right at the bottom. So it was right here in this candle, right at 9:32. It always happens, man. So I got filled here. My stop was going to be up here at 60.30. That's why I took 300 shares. But as you can see, kind of went sideways, built up a little base, and then kicked me out right at 60.30. Right after that, I took a trade on LITE, right at 936. So, let's see here. Gapping down as well. All right, so it initially had pulled down, so there was really no entry. Oh, man. ACIA just triggered, and it just plummeted 30 cents. As you guys can see, I only ended up making 12 bucks on it. I'll go over that here in a second. So yeah, so it actually ended up pulling down. I needed for it to wait to pull back. Then right here, it came down, and my entry was going to be here at 58.65. So as you can see, I got triggered right there at 58.65 with a stop. Let's see here, 58.65. Actually, my stop initially was going to be up here at 60. So I didn't really quite get my 1-to-1 on that, unfortunately. I sat in this position on LITE for quite a while. As you can see, it just went sideways for a while, and I went ahead and just took the $100 because I knew that there was a major moving average down here, which it actually ended up reaching, and then started bouncing back up. So I covered LITE right, let's see here, 20 minutes later right at 57.65, so I just took $100 out of it. I was risking a little bit more than that, but I knew that it didn't really have a lot of more room to go, so I just went ahead and took the profits. So that was LITE. Then second trade on KHC again. Very unfortunate with this thing. Wow, ACIA fell and came right back. Alright, so next trade I took that kicked me out. So as you can see that there was a double top here right at 60.30. I went short right at 9:41. So let's say it's probably here. Yep. So as you can see, double top there. I was actually thinking about shorting it when it was up here, and then just kind of riding it down, but it's not really something or a pattern that I'm comfortable with, so I didn't really take it. So I shorted it. As you can see, it bounced here and came down, and it threw up like a reverse hammer, basically. Like it's starting to come back down, so it's making a lower high, essentially. So at the spot that it bounced, I wanted to go ahead and get in because it's under the 9, under VWAP. And I got triggered right here in this candle, right at 941. So right at 941, let's see here. Filled at 60.04. I got kicked out immediately at 60.19. So I was going to actually use this as my stop right here, the last high that it had. So that's why I got kicked out at 60.19. That's why I took 500 shares. So as you can see, it went up and over the highs, and it's been climbing ever since. So I only took 2 trades. That's my rule. Only take 2 trades on a stock, and if you're both wrong on both of them, then you're done trading that stock for the rest of the day. Let's see here. LITE. Took a trade on NOV. This was also straight out of the watch list. Now this was a pretty good trade I had this morning. Let's see. I took NOV right at 10.02. Alright, so as you can see, it pulled down. I initially missed all of this. It came back and it started flagging out sideways. So without even looking, I'm going to say probably somewhere around the 38.50 mark is where I got in. Just because to me this looks like if it failed, if it came up, sold off, bounced right here, and it went sideways, if it cracks that, it looks like it's going to fail. It's under the 9, it's under VWAP. So, yep, right at 10.02. So I got filled, probably next candle, right here. Yep, so 10.02. 10.02 got filled right at 38.48, 350 shares. And let's see here. I ended up adding another 38 at 38.43. Sorry guys, I'm watching ACIA right now, just flying, and I'm just like, oh, I could have just stayed in it, but you know, it happens. It happens all the time. That I kept moving my stop down, and it was very uncertain, and I don't like feeling uncertain in a certain pattern, so I went ahead and got out. It's really the smart thing to do. If you start losing trust in that trade, then go ahead and get out. Better to play safe. All right, so I added another 350 shares on NOV, so I was risking about $200 or so. As you can see, I covered right at 38.17. So after that cracked, let's see here, somewhere down here. So I covered 525 shares right at 10.16. So right here, as I took the $200, and then I just kind of rode down the rest. I had 175 shares that I covered that at 10.26. So right at the bottom. Yep. So right here, I covered it down here. I was waiting basically for it to hit another 30 cents and then just cover the rest. So I ended up making $252 out of that trade. Let's see here. Then I took a trade on BPMC. So BPMC, this one, yeah, so this was very unfortunate. Actually, I took this on the 5-minute. So BPMC was coming back to VWAP, so I was looking for a VWAP rejection trade. And right here, I got filled. So I'm basically just waiting for the next candle to make a new low. This candle went, but it just ripped down real fast, and I had basically a stop order, which is essentially a market order to get filled. So when the candle came down, it actually ended up filling me at 86.21 instead of the low of this candle, which is 86. I should have gotten filled at 86.82 or 86.80 or 60 or 70. Anything would have been better than what I actually got filled at. I got filled at the very, very bottom of this, 86.21. So what's the low of this candle? It is 86.21. So from now on, something that I do need to work on is because I'm slowly trying to get better and better and better and better and just tighten up the game. So something that I need to work on, instead of having a stop order, I need to have a stop limit order. So I need to set a range. So what I really should have done is just set a range for a certain amount. I wouldn't have gotten filled all the way at the bottom. Although I would have gotten kicked out, I still would have lost $100, but I wouldn't have lost $148. So that would have been a lot better. But as you can see, it actually ended up not working out here. I was trying to get down somewhere around 86, but it would have kicked me out because my stop was here at 87.70. It came up and hit 88, which is basically VWAP. And now I was going to get short under 87 with my stop up here at the 87.90 mark. Now this is kind of where it screwed me. So I was like, okay, I got filled all the way at the bottom. Now let me put in a stop limit order. So I put in the stop limit order, I put the range, and since BPMC is so volatile, what's the float? BPMC's got 40 million in float, so it moves relatively quick. So here it actually flashed down, and there were no shares available at where I wanted to short. So I think I set a range of like 86.99 to 86.90. With something this big, I probably should have made it a little bit bigger, maybe 87.80 or so I would have gotten filled. But as you guys can see, it tanked all the way down to 85, and I didn't get filled. So unfortunately, that was kind of my fault on setting the range a little too close. It was only a 10-cent range, so I should have given it 20 cents. But I was right on the VWAP projection here at the break of 87. It's just it moved too fast and it didn't fill me. So right here, on the way back up, I almost got filled, but just the spread was a little too large, and I wanted to get filled somewhere around 86.90-ish, and then still set my stop up here at the 88 or 87.90 mark. So would have still had a dollar stop, but it never actually gave me the chance to get filled. It came all the way up to 86.84, and it never really filled. So I just had to watch it run without me. So that's basically twice, ACIA and BPMC. Both I had to stay very, very disciplined and not chase it. And if it didn't meet my criteria, then I was not going to get into it. That's definitely something that you have to work on being very disciplined. When something doesn't really quite meet your criteria and you don't get in and it just starts ripping without you, you have to learn just to sit on your hands and tell yourself that no, you're not going to get into it unless it comes back and then it starts falling again. So you don't want to just chase it and then all of a sudden it just starts pulling back and you lose 2-3 times as much as you were initially risking. So that's very important for you to have that discipline. So I was able to just kind of sit back and just watch it run, and just got into another trade. It wasn't worth it to me. So I ended up losing the 148, and I couldn't really make that back either. I had a chance, but didn't really quite go my way. Let's see here. And then the last trade I took was on ACIA. Very unfortunate. This was ACIA got me really good today, twice. So initially I said, okay, well, it's pulling back to the 9, and I'm going to go ahead and get short right at the break of 26.71. I got filled at 26.65. With my stop was actually going to be here at the top of the range at 27.50. So I was risking a little bit more than $100. I mean, I took a note of that. That's why I needed this under 26. So it bounced here at 26. Low was 26. It just kept making lower highs, lower highs. I really should have kept my stop up here at 26.84. I wasn't really trusting of this stock. But it actually did end up making the break at 26, and now it hit 26.20. So as you guys can see here, let me draw this line for you guys. Lower high, lower high, lower high. So as long as you're under that line, you're still within trend, and there's no reason for you to get out. So that was really my mistake. I wasn't really trusting of this stock, and I guess I probably should have just maybe trusted a little bit more. But I ended up setting my stop right over 26.51. It's just if it didn't stay under 26.50, I just didn't want to be in it anymore. So looking back on it, I really should have had it at the last little pullback. So 26.82 or 83 should have really been my stop. So I would have lost maybe like $20-$30 or something like that, which is really no big deal, because looking back on it, at the break of 26, I knew it was going to go, and it did. As you can see, look at these really large volume candles. So, but yeah, there's really not much you can do about it now. I'm done trading for the day. I missed 2 really good trades on ACIA. I know that I'm going to be really frustrated trying to make some of that money back, or maybe try to take some gains out of BPMC. But I'm up on the day enough to pay for commissions. It's really not that big of a deal. I'll try and make it up tomorrow.
Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, if you have not joined us yet on their Facebook group, make sure to do that. The link will be down in the description below, where I post my watch list for you guys every single day. Lastly, if you guys are curious on how I learn how to trade, I provided you guys with the discount code in the description. It comes with one-on-one mentoring, classes, and buying power, so make sure to take advantage of that. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.